Lurken and Herkin are both communities that survive on the water out of the Virgin River. And one of the unique features of those two communities was the canal systems that were built somewhat by my great-grandfather. And
who wasn't an engineer.
No.
I don't think he even graduated college, but he was a person who was a lifelong learner and studied all kinds of things, from what I understand, through the genealogy history. And when engineers said that it couldn't be done, you couldn't take water out of this Virgin River that was, 100 feet below the valley plateau.
It's more than 100 feet. It's probably
long,
several hundred
feet. But you couldn't get water out of there to water the landscape to produce farms. And he figured out a way to do it.
Well, he and others. But
yeah,
what's unique about the Herkin Canal is that was built using a plumb bob to get the angle that they needed to bring the water out of the Virgin River. And in Lurken, they actually had to tunnel through a mountainside to be able to bring water into that valley. And when they got inside the mountain, they discovered this huge, humongous cave where they had to actually build a flume across it in order to bring the water into the valley. And then that system in Lurken also served because to generate electricity. They built a generating plant, hydroelectric, back down at the river surface, where they piped water from that canal system down, and then there was enough drop to turn the turbines, which provided the electricity for most of southern Utah for a while.
Which would never have blossomed without it. So, rich history with the slackers in southern Utah. And wasn't it Grandpa also that helped build the tunnel that went into Zion's? Wasn't that a CCC project?
Yes. In fact, some of the bridges that they built out of rock using keystones to hold that all in place are still being used today.
Yeah. So these are rough men who built a community out of the desert and stone, and tunneled through mountains.
Out of necessity.
Out of necessity. Wouldn't have grown without it. Couldn't have survived without water. And then, Grandpa obviously had the fruit farm. He raised chickens. I remember the chickens. I remember a lot of those things kind of back in there. But how did you, growing up in that environment, and what were some of the lessons, I guess, that you took from your time in Lurken that kind of shaped who you became? I know we've talked about it a few times, but...
Yeah, I think the biggest legacy that my dad left me was knowing how to work. Every one of us boys and my sister have become successful in all of our careers, basically because of our ability to work